my bro.
We are live. Oh,
Yes, my bro. How are you?
bro, good. Thanks, man. The weather's good. The sun's out. How can I not
Man's
be
got the
good,
tank top on. He's got the tank top,
bro?
bro.
Boy, bro, the weather's looking good at it, bro. I was sitting outside in the garden. Like, I was sitting outside,
Well, you getting a
taking in
tan?
the vibes, bro. Naturally getting a tan. Nah, honestly, it happens. I put on sun cream, try to avoid that, but it just happens. You know what I'm saying? It's just
Bro,
happening. But yeah,
long
bro.
time I haven't seen you, man. Like, last time I saw you, what, October maybe? Last year,
Yeah,
I think.
is that where it was? Where?
Boxpark. I think maybe
Crazy.
October, something like that.
Can't wait till that place reopens.
Yeah, man. Boxpark's always a vibe when you're there, man. I'm waiting for the next Knox and friends as well, man.
Yeah, bro. Come on, we gotta get you in the lineup, man.
Definitely. So, like, how you been during quarantine? What are you drinking?
Brother, today we're doing the pink Moscato, baby.
Oh my god.
Get me? We're keeping it very rosé-ish. I had a Desperado
Rosé.
earlier, but see right now,
Yeah.
I don't want to run out, so I thought I'd just bring the bottle. You know what I mean? Yeah, bro. Come
How you
on,
been though?
man.
How you been?
Bro, really good, thanks. Like on the real, really good. Just well rested,
Mm.
enjoying it, man. Enjoying it, enjoying a break. Like a lot of big up stylists in the. Is it stylist?
Yeah,
Did I see
stylist.
stylists?
Yeah.
Bro, people like stylists know. Get me, Birmingham, Asherate. Look at people like that know, like when you're working all the time, like a little break is lovely. But yeah, I've been enjoying it. Thanks, bro.
What's it been like 10 weeks now, man? It's like something like
Bro,
eight
can
to
I be
10
honest?
weeks.
It feels like two.
Feels
Like
like 2 weeks.
bruv. Yeah, I've been doing the breakfast show on the Beat London for like
Yeah.
3 years, just over 3 years, right?
Bro, you're going into my questions. Like, I haven't even started yet, man. Going into my questions.
Do what you
I
do.
even started. I don't even
But
need to ask it.
my point is 6 o'clock in the morning, yeah,
Yeah.
in the studio for 3 years, bruv. Tired. So like the little break
I don't
thing
know
is
how, you know what,
nice.
yeah, I don't know how you get up. Because every time you're up, yeah, like when I get up, you're like two hours into your show. And I'm like,
Imagine. And I'm
how
an
is this
hour from the
possible?
studio. I'm about an hour and 20 minutes from the studio some days.
Yeah.
Mothers. Big shout to Nana. Hey, big up Nana. Nana JD gets around everywhere. Every live, every
Yeah.
event, every party, every city. You know what I'm saying?
Big up
You
Cass
see
as
him.
well.
Hey,
Bro,
big up.
Cass.
What are you saying? Cass. Yeah, man. Cass is good people's.
Yeah, man.
Did he do the last J Knox and Friends? I can't remember if he did it or I've got a feeling he didn't do it. Hold on, let me turn his because I think it got cancelled. But it'll
Oh,
be on the
right.
next thing. You get
Yeah,
me?
man. The next one's gonna be lit. Next one's gonna be lit, man. So for everyone joining, gonna get in a little discussion, interview with Jay. So yeah, how did DJ start for you, Jay? How did everything start?
Boy. Yeah, no, to be fair, I got a bringing in a nutshell. Now I was hosting and I was MCing and stuff like that. When I say MC, not spitting bars, but like hosting raves, hosting
Yeah.
clubs, hosting parties, whatever. And DJing was like a natural progression. In fact, to tell you what happened, I ended up hosting a show. It was Jaheim Genuine 112, and I think Jagged Edge at it was the Hammersmith Apollo then times. Now it's the Eventim Apollo.
Yeah.
And yeah, I was there, and I was there to host the thing. I can't remember why there was no DJ. So I ended up like I knew all my songs in the car. I
Yeah.
had stacks of CDs. I knew what song was where. So I took my CDs and went. I'm on stage in front of like this place holds 5,500 people. Let's just say there were 2,000-3,000 people when I was opening, and I was there to host. But I had songs, so I had songs, but I couldn't DJ.
Okay.
So I was like, after that experience, lucky I could talk on the mic, but after that experience, I was like, I'm never being in a situation like that again, where I got the opportunity to DJ and bun it down and rare, and I can't do it. So I was like, I've got to learn to DJ, and I always wanted to DJ from when I was young,
Yeah.
but I couldn't really afford it like that. You get me? That's the
So
honest truth.
what was the journey for you? So from that, how have you gone to, being your brand and being everything? Like, what's been the journey for you?
It's a bit like Smallville. You got to go back to what happened before that.
Yeah.
Get me? Before that, I was doing parties. So you had Mr. Play on here before. Big shout out to Mr. Play, because I started doing parties with him. So under 18s when I was like 16 maybe.
Yeah.
I got involved in clubs and promotions. I was a promoter.
Yeah.
And then I started doing that kind of thing. So then I was doing under 18s. We did like Citizens in Wandsworth, which is now I think Pure Gym or whatever. Clubs like that. Get me 1,200 people, whatever. Under 18s, bro. They used to go off. Used to bang. And then after that, bigger raves, student raves and whatever. But I was a promoter. And then from being a promoter, I went to being like a host, a mic man kind of thing. And then after that, like I said, the idea from doing all of that, I was like, I got a DJ, man. I got a DJ.
Yeah.
But I wanted to DJ from way back, like listening to pirate radio. Because that's like where my love for the whole thing kind of came from. I used to listen to pirate radio, Flex FM, Delight FM, Supreme FM. That's my kind of like apprenticeship, deja vu, listening to all of that day in, day out. Too young to go to the raves, wanted to DJ, couldn't afford decks. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it was like, so I used to MC, like everyone was an MC back in the day. Everyone was an MC. Even DJ Prospect was probably an MC back in the day.
You had to be, like
man.
Mr. Play was saying, like you had to be, basically.
And everyone was spitting bars in school. Like I'm going back to school days. Like, we were just doing what we was doing. But then when obviously I got to that point, it was like, wow, like I actually want to DJ. So then ended up, my flatmate is a DJ, or was a DJ. He used to do Ibiza and that, and then he had decks, and Mr. Play had decks as well. I used to go around to his house, or like obviously once I moved into this flat, with my flatmate, like I used to bang his decks and practice and practice and practice. And I taught myself pretty much just from like looking at people and then just going in and practice and practice. And because I was used to like rolling like with Play, for example, it was always like a mic thing. So I had my remote control and I was practicing to mix and hold the mic at the same time and mix with one hand. And like, 'cause it was CDs sometimes. So
doing a little Craig David. Doing a little Craig David, man.
Listen, all of that, man. All of that.
So you went from that, and how did you get to the beat? Gosh,
so then I used to roll. Like I said, I used to roll with Play a lot. So I used to roll to Baseline FM, 979, Sound of the South. Go down there. That's pirate. Then I ended up. I had my own show on Woe FM, which is 90.4, the baddest and maddest station in South London. You get me? So we done that. And I was on there for like a few years, but my show was always a little bit different because I used to do like, it's pirate radio.
Yeah.
But I used to do my thing. It was 6 to 8 on a Thursday. I used to like do the weather forecast and do little things that other people weren't interested in doing. So they knew me as the Weatherman J. And when Twitter started, I used to tweet the weather every morning, little things like that. So I used to do all of that, and then after being on Pirate for like 3-4 years at least, I think, the opportunity came to go onto Bang Radio, which is a legal station. And then being a legal station, it was just like, go over there, like perfect your craft, whatever, and then go from there. And then after being on there doing Saturday night shows and Sunday night shows, I ended up. The opportunity came to do the breakfast show. I had a job most of this time, by the way. I had a job, I was working. And then I saw Rusky on here the other day talking about like working at, I think it was Rusky who was working at Land Rover. There you go. Enough man had jobs until a point he was like, right, I'm going to take the leap. And when I took the leap, left a job, the opportunity came up to do the breakfast show, and it was like sick. So I jumped at it, went in, and I ain't looked back. You know what I mean? Yeah. That's how radio came. Really intriguing.
So how did like there's so much to you, so I don't even know what to ask and when this happened and blah blah blah. So like, how did you get involved with Splurge Boys and everything like that?
So Splurge Boys, T and Rocket are my guys from way back school days. But I knew like we were cool with brethren, but I never worked with them. I was doing what I was doing. So I was with, it was a whole collective. There's like 14 man, Play Entertainment. Like we was banging raves, like big up DJ Prospect. He knows, he brought us to Scotland. Like he said, we were the first to bring the wave to Scotland. We was a collective, we was a movement in it. So we was doing that. I was doing my thing. We did Iron Napa for a few years, came back, toured the UK, all of that. So I was doing my thing in my lane, and then the Splurge Boys were doing their thing in their lane. Like they were doing like they had top 10 Channel U hits. They were banging them kind of. They were doing that thing. They were doing the Channel U thing, and then it was Channel AKA, and they were like they were banging over there. But we were always cool, and then they got involved in some of the UK funky scene. Like people don't know, they produced a few UK funky bangers, right? But I didn't say Splurge Boys all over them. But anyway, so we done that, and then later down the line, they were like, "Rod, you know what? Why don't you work with us?" kind of thing.
Yeah.
So I got involved, started working with them, and then later down the line, I'm partners with Hanif as well, who I think was mentioned in like some of the other interviews as well. Big up, Louis, who I see just joined. Louis worked with Hanif as well, and Martin Too Smooth. That whole clique, that whole family over there. And I started working with Hanif on the Splurge Boys. So that's kind of how the connection went from. It was like brethren first.
Yeah.
I don't believe in working with anyone that you don't like.
Okay.
I don't think you should work with people that you don't like. If you don't like them, look, there you go. Excuse me, you're so quick. We shout to Mischief. He knows them old school Channel U bangers.
I was going to see if he's ever aggravated and security won't let him in.
See what? Yeah. See what? If security don't want to let man in, you just phone Louis, innit? Just phone Louis and pray he answers the phone. I don't like not being let into clubs by security, so it's not a nice experience. But phone Louis and hope that he will pattern it up. You know what I'm saying? He usually does.
We got Martin in the building as well.
Yeah, big up Frisky DJ.
So what was kind of the order for you? You went to Beat, and then when did Boxpark happen, and when did that all come about?
The Boxpark and the Beat breakfast show kind of happened similar sort of times. That must have been about 3 years ago, that sort of time, because Boxpark was in Shoreditch, and then Boxpark came to Croydon. I was like, raw. Boxpark was kind of cool in Shoreditch, but can't come to Croydon. I live in Croydon, bruv. Like, can't come to Croydon and not.
But you must have thought like this is gonna change the scene, right? Like it's gonna change. Yeah.
And I was like, like Boxpark, surely they've got a check, man. Surely. So I kind of reached out, trying to see who was over there. And then there's a brother called Dave, Champagne Dave. So when I worked with through the Splurge Boys, I'd worked with Dave on some Converse stuff. He had a Converse campaign with Frisco and some of the BBK boys. We did a show with them. And I got into it with him over some stuff with Converse, sorting out shoes and sizes and but I dealt with him. And then after that, Big David moved to Boxpark. He used to work for like a company called Urban Nerds. He moved from there to Boxpark. And as soon as obviously I bucked him, it was like, bro, look, you know the energy in it kind of thing. And big up David because he's got a good, people like David, Louis, people like that, they know how to just make things happen, like great events people. Like know what things need, prospect. People like that, they could just see it, got a vision, know how things should work. And David had a vision, and he was like, and lucky, like he brought me into that. And he's developed like a family, like there's a Boxpark family of people. Yeah. And that's why I think it probably looks like anybody who's associated with Boxpark is really like, they really associated with it.
Have you gone to the Wembley one yet? Have you DJ'd at that
one? Yeah, I've DJ'd at that one. DJ'd at that one before. I think it was when it was like the Capital Ball. I did something over them sides. Yeah.
So how long has Croydon's been there for? What? 3
years, I think.
3? Yeah.
Just over 3 years. Yeah.
And like, how you finding Boxpark? Like, like the vibes always there. Whenever I come down and you're there, I'm like, yeah.
Come on, hey bro, you just blowing smoke on my ass now. No, nah, it goes off like it's nice. It's a mad mixture of people, but obviously then there's no restrictions. Like they're not one of them. Oh, don't play too much, bashment. You can't be on the mic too much. You get me? Glamzino knows. Glamzino is just coming. He's one of the best hosts in the game. Like he knows he's been Boxpark, done Boxpark, held the mic in Boxpark, bun it down in Boxpark. The vibe's always good. Thursday nights, Friday nights, Saturday nights. Like,
see, I wish it was a bit bigger though inside. Like, I wish it was a little bit bigger.
I hear you. You
get me? Because I know you can pack that easy. Like, you can pack it any day. Like,
but sometimes that's the beautiful thing, though. That's the beautiful thing when it can get packed like that, and you don't need loads and loads of people. It just means you have like cool people in there, generally
Yeah.
speaking. Like you just have the cool crowd as opposed to having bare. And when it does get jammed and people can't come in, like even better. Like you
Yeah,
can't come in
want
it.
the queue. You want the queues, innit?
But people want to come even more after that, innit? So it gasses it up. You get me? And that's when they phone me and they're like, rah rah rah. Do you like Knox? Can you get me in? And I just like phone Louis.
Martin goes, have you ever been mistaken for Bobby
Bro,
Valentino?
only when I put these on, baby. Only when I put these on. I'm joking.
The sunglasses were out before, man, when you're outside.
Yeah, boy. Yeah, no. Even that, or when I'm with Martin Too Smooth and they think, who's that with the superstar celebrity tour DJ? Well, if he's with Martin Too Smooth, he must be somebody. Me and Martin used to do Hertfordshire University every other
Yeah.
Wednesday. Boy, good times, man. Good times. Good times. Big up Martin, man.
So
Ask me bare things.
what's been the highlight of your career?
I think there's been a few, to be
Okay, I'll give
honest.
you two.
I think last year was a highlight for me. I hosted the One Extra stage um, at Reading Festival all 3 days. Like hosting the stage, mad experience. I think that was probably a huge highlight for me in one world, like in the
Yeah.
live DJing world, because it was hosting, it was DJing, but it was like, get me, I don't know, something like that, 7,000 people every day. Well, like, I think it was even more than that in my tent. Like, those were like my people every day. I had to look after those people. That was a highlight, 100%. To be even trusted with that, that was sick. And I think getting like in a different world,
Oh,
like getting the
almost.
breakfast show, like doing the
Yeah.
breakfast show every day. Like I think that was a highlight when I got that. Doing interviews with sick people,
Yeah.
everyone from up and coming people. Swarms. I interviewed Swarms on radio before anybody else.
Yeah.
It was his first radio interview, right the way through to Cranium. Like all come into the studio with me
You've done a
early
whole
in the
range.
morning.
Done a whole range.
Yeah, 8 o'clock in the morning. Like I'd try and get artists to get. Obviously, I'm on from 6. Getting artists there from like 8 o'clock in the morning and getting them people there and doing that. I think that's been sick. You know what I'm saying? So
Who's been the
yeah,
best
those have been
artist to
things.
interview?
That's a hard one as well. Shaka was sick because I'm a proper fan of what Shaka does,
Okay.
and Shaka was good. And then I think the Wiz Khalifa interview was mad wavy as well. Still,
What
I need
happened
to
with that
find
one?
that. It was just I can't really remember, but
Well, you
it
waved
was
as well.
just so smoky, bro. I was waved as they opened the door to the studio, and it was just like the smoke just followed, man. The smoke followed. Yeah, that was Wiz. Yeah, Wiz is, but Wiz Khalifa because that them lot's got a good squad.
Yeah.
So I came from, I think everyone, like, I think squads and collectives are important. So I came from obviously Play Entertainment, doing that with them lot. The Splurge Boys are part of a collective, PAP, like so it's
Yeah.
KD James, it's Snowy Dangerous, James Pike, it's like DJ Olos, like they're a collective, like so there's an energy with that. And Wiz Khalifa was there with like Will, Taylor Gang,
Hmm.
and I feel like that was an energy in itself. Like them lot's got great energy, man. So I think that's partly why it was a highlight.
Yeah. Someone said Dolph.
Oh yeah, the Young Dolphin.
Young
Yeah,
Dolph. Yeah.
The Young Dolphin is funny still because he just speaks his mind. He ain't with no label, nothing. He don't care about nothing. He just says what he feels like saying. You get me? I like Dolph. Got to say.
Yeah. How many times? So how many interviews have you been in where they've interviewed you? Is this like your first one, or like have you had?
Probably like none. Like, no, to be fair, I did like Westwood back in the day. Like he
Yeah.
done a thing. I think it was around UK Funky times. Like he had me in. I was so nervous, guy. That was my first time on national radio. That was a mad one. That's when he was doing the drive time show on One Extra.
So how are
But
you
yeah,
finding it with like scouting new DJs? Do you find it easier because of social media enhancing and like different platforms enhancing? Do you kind of scout for new DJs now and up and coming ones, or do you kind of stick with your people?
Like, to be honest, like I really stick with the people that I know. Like, I'm just a big fan of like having like long-term relationships, like with people that you know and people you get
Yeah,
on with, people that you vibe with, people you connect with. Excuse me. But then every now and again, there are people like the new school comes through. But I don't think you need to scout for them. I think they find their way. Like big up DJ Cass, young G coming through. I
yeah,
know he's gonna do bits because I can see the good energy. I can see the desire to get into the clubs and to do what he needs to do. And that's what, like, and he's perfecting his craft. Like he'll go Pirate Studios and then we'll practice. So
yeah.
I'll notice if people are coming up, brother, you're doing all the things that you're doing. You're coming up through the game, innit? Like it's unstoppable. I don't need to like scout.
Scout
Like
it.
people, yeah, people. You'll notice people that are moving and doing their thing. Yeah, man.
What's your
That's a
what's your take
DJ, man.
on what's your take on like obviously technology advancing and everything? Do you kind of envy DJs coming up, or are you like no, do your thing because like this is what we need? We need new people in the game, or are you kind of like, oh, if I was starting now, I could have done that easily, or
Like, if I was starting now, I just feel like it would be like, bruv, it would be sick because I think you can go up so much quicker and so much faster. I think there's bare stuff you can do that you couldn't do when I was on the come up. But no, like I'm open, bro. There's enough
yeah,
food there. People need to be entertained all the time. It's one of them businesses. Like people say, like if you're gonna start a business, start in something that people are always gonna need. People are always gonna need to be entertained. People are always gonna go out and party and rave and whatever.
definitely.
So you know what I mean. Let DJs come through, but they gotta be good. That's what I'm on a
Hmm.
quality control team still.
So
But
what makes a good DJ for you?
someone who can select well. And a couple of things make a good DJ, I think. Like technicality, and you don't have to have all of them to be good.
Yeah,
Like I think if you're a good technical DJ, that might be your thing, innit? You're a sick technical DJ. Like if you're a good I don't know what to describe it, like sound man, like where you go on the mic and you can run tunes and just good energy can create a vibe, then that makes a good DJ as well. And sometimes it's just a DJ that can select really, really well, always plays the right songs. How does this DJ always get it right? Oh, I felt that tune. Every tune. Oh, I felt that tune.
hmm,
Can't even go toilet or to the bar or whatever because the next tune's always so good.
yeah.
It's a good DJ right there.
That's
You know
the
what I'm
thing.
saying?
Like, it's hard to kind of determine because it depends on like the venue, depends on certain things. So like, if it's a club, right, I'd like selection to be the main thing. Like, I don't want it to be one song good and then one song I'm sitting down sleeping kind of thing. You know what I mean? I want it to be like obviously there's stages to the night, but I want it to still be good songs throughout the whole night kind of thing.
Yeah. That's what I say. The quality's got to be there, man. It's got to be
Yeah.
good DJs. It's
So
got
how
to be
did you
good,
get
man.
involved with like the Proud Embankment stuff and like Friday stuff and all of that?
It's a vibe. It's a
Yeah.
vibe. It's a vibe. Big shout to Louis and Honey because I think I met them man there through them lot, and that's the promotion arm. That's being a pro. That's being a promoter rather than being a DJ. That's being
Hmm.
involved in that, and yeah, through them lot. Again, good energy. We got on well. We worked
Yeah.
together on a few things. You know what I'm saying? I'll bring them in on some stuff. They'll bring me in some other stuff. And now, like, it's a vibe. Hottest hip hop party in the UK, without a doubt. Watch when it tours. At the moment, it's just doing Proud
Hmm.
Embankment, E1, Oval Space. But
Just like
watch, it
overspace,
will
yeah.
tour. It will go abroad. It did a sound clash. It's a strong, strong, strong brand.
Yeah.
So watch that go. But I don't even DJ on that. I think I DJ'd on
You
one.
just host.
Yeah, I'm not. I'm like the resident host for it. Sick party. But that's how I got involved with them. It's through Louis and
What's the big? Is that has that been like the biggest host kind of venue for you, like host event, or have you done bigger?
no, like I've done bigger. Like when I've like I toured with a boogie with a hoodie.
Yeah.
Like when we done stuff like that, obviously you're going from one place to like Hammersmith Apollo to Manchester Academy to Birmingham. You know what I'm saying? I did Kidding with Fecky and the
Okay.
Splurge Boys actually. Like when we toured that, like you're going like Manchester is a sick place. If you do, I think is it
Yeah.
Manchester Academy? Like you can't even see the back of it almost unless they light it up. So I've done some sick gigs like that, which are thousands and thousands of people. But It's a Vibe is a club night. So I think from that perspective, it's probably,
That's
you
why it
know,
would
it's
take
actually
off.
probably
Like,
one of
that's
the
why it's taken off.
bigger club nights. Yeah. It's sick.
Have you wanted to like so with your J Knox and friends? Is that kind of the aspect you're trying to look at it as well, or are you kind of just looking at it as like everyone just coming together, community kind of feel?
Yeah, J Knox and Friends, brother. It's like it's for fun. J Knox
Yeah,
and Friends is like, well, it's at Boxpark. You ain't got to pay to come. I just wanted to get people together. It's a Thursday night, so
yeah,
traditionally club nights are Friday, Saturdays. It's come out in it because we put too much emphasis on. Like, I'm a promoter in it, so I've been guilty of sending them the broadcasts, the texts, handing out the flyers, whatever
yeah,
it is, the Facebook messages. You get them all from me. But sometimes just come. Just come. Don't worry about them. Don't. It's not £10 before this time and £15 thereafter.
hmm
It's not more on the door. It's not click this link. It's just come, vibe,
yeah.
drinks, flex, enjoy it. Bring out Andy P. Get him on the
Yeah.
decks. Here's some like that's what it's about. That's what J Knox and Friends is about. It's about me and my friends, but you and yours. Bring yours in it. Let's do
Mhm.
this.
So are you the more kind of selector DJ and host, or are you more like technical, scratching, doing the whole tone play things? Or
Bruv, I am not bruv. Sign up, DJ Andy P. If you want technical, Scotty B.
yeah, Scotty
Get
B,
me.
man.
Them man there, and they know I got all the love in the world for them. But I will never try and compete with them because I'm
Yeah,
not on their level. I can't DJ like them, lot. Like scratch, whatever. You see, they did a Don't Rush
yeah,
challenge.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
all of that. Yeah,
That
they
don't
didn't
rush
phone me.
challenges.
They didn't phone me, bro. Pagans. No, I'm joking. No, I'm not. I'm not that. I'm not that guy. I'm the.
Yeah,
But I'm a selector. I'll mix and I'll host.
hmm
I'll host where, and that's what I came from. Where if you take that Martin Two's move, and I hope they don't mind me saying this, but they didn't even used to like the mic. I love
yeah,
it when I see Martin controlling a microphone, controlling like a crowd now, or up on stage with even that. Because there was a time where I know these lot didn't even want to be on the mic. You know what I'm saying? So that's, I guess. But when I was all over the mic, they were doing what
hmm
they were doing, and I think that's probably where now they can do what they can do, and I can't. And I can't, I guess. But no, I'm more of a. Well, it's a
top
party.
five
It's a.
DJs in London.
Woo! um, got to take a couple from the It's a Vibe camp. So you get me. There's DJ Scaps and DJ Jukes.
Jukes is
Get
yeah,
me.
Jukes is a sick
Jukes
DJ.
Jukes DJs for Young'un as well.
Yeah.
Scaps used to DJ for Cadet. Rest in peace. Um, Me, I'm definitely up there. Definitely up
Can't
there.
mention yourself in there though. That's
Bro, it says top 5 DJs in London. Name them, brother. You get me? Now it gets technical. Maybe I can't give two to the It's a Vibe camp.
gotta give one. Gotta
Um,
give one. Gotta give one.
Gosh,
I'd say
almighty.
Jukes. I'd say Jukes, but
Right, I'm gonna roll with you because it's your interview and you said that. All
nah, like
right?
no, it's your
So go on.
interviewing
You got
you.
Jukes. You got. I can't say me. You saying?
No,
Can I
you
say
can't say
me?
you.
All right, cool. That's good. It saves me a place. Martin Too Smooth is a bad boy DJ. Like he's
Yeah,
a sick DJ. Is EZ in London? I don't even know where this guy is these
I
days.
don't know. I don't know. Wait.
Is Scotty B in London?
Yeah, Scotty B's London. I
Scotty
think.
B.
Well, I hope so. I hope I got that right. I hope I got it right.
Let's say EZ's not in London. Scotty
Uh-huh.
B, that's three.
Yeah.
CJ Beats.
Yeah,
Oh
CJ
my
Beats.
gosh. CJ Beats is one of the coldest DJs out here. Like CJ, his one extra show back in the day on Sunday morning, one of probably my favorite radio show.
Yeah.
And then I'll say Mr. Play because you know what, I learned so much from man, and as a sound man, yeah, he's up there, up there.
Mm. So what kind of makes your set unique with genre?
Because I don't know, because I guess it's not about genre, it's about good songs, it's about good vibes, good energy. So I guess what makes it unique is it's me. It's what I bring to it because you're gonna hear me on the mic.
Mhm.
So it's the tunes getting played with personality. I guess if somebody else played the tune before me, that like, I could play the same song again. You'll enjoy it more when I play it.
Yeah.
You just will. So I guess that's what kind of gives it something else, maybe. But yeah, I wouldn't say it's just about genre for me anyway. You know what I
So
mean?
I got asked to ask, who's your favorite Latina?
What's my favorite? What? Who?
Yeah, who?
Can't answer that, bro. I don't know. Big up Jay, by the way. Reese. Big shout to Eugene as well. Boxpark family. So
Yeah.
Eugene runs all the events at Boxpark Wembley. So seeing as you was talking to me about Wembley, he's your guy. Hey, and big shout to Mark Ryder as well. Mark Ryder's been running events in Birmingham for years.
Mm.
Again, I've been
Yeah,
privileged
going
to
to
go
that,
there.
what scene do you think's like hitting it right now in the club? In like the clubbing scene?
You got to say that the house scene is slapping at the moment. Like the house scene's
And which
going
city?
off. I don't really know about house like that, if I'm honest with you. So I'm gonna say, yeah, no, I don't know, but I don't think anywhere really pops like London.
You
You
think?
know what I mean?
I mean, like London's like, I mean, you got West End and then you got the rest of London. Like
Yeah.
West End's totally different to the rest of London. Like, you know what? I think Croydon scene's coming up. Like, do you think it's coming up, or do you think it's always kind of been there, like ish? Or
Croydon was lit back in the day. Get me? There's some Croydon heads in here who will tell you Croydon was lit back in the day. 1921, Medusas, Lloyd's, Powell's, all them places,
yeah.
Orchid. But you ain't got none of that anymore. So Croydon can't really pop because there's no proper clubs. There's a new club, Phase. That's a proper club.
Where is that?
It's the old Hustlers where I used to DJ. Funny
Oh,
enough.
oh,
Big
right.
shout to Frisky as well.
Just down George Street.
Yeah. Yeah, you had Shush, which used to be Loop. They had nights in there, Peach Fuzz and them kind of nights there. They used to go off. But because Croydon ain't had no proper clubs in ages.
Yeah.
But now, if they start to open up like some proper clubs, then Croydon will slap. Croydon will go off. And I ain't really that interested in West End, to be honest with you.
So what's on your rider?
Hey, calm, calm. It's a bottle of spirit and a bottle of champagne.
You're not fast. You're not fast.
No, I am a bottle of spirit and a bottle. So usually, like on the A Boogie tour, it was Hennessy every day. Then
Yeah.
on another, like depending on where I am or what I feel like, it might like in the daytime, it's probably gonna be vodka and a bottle of champagne. Yeah, I'm quite calm like that. I've been drinking a lot of rum lately.
You're a rum drinker, yeah.
Yeah.
Favorite city you've DJ'd in?
I
Apart from London.
feel like okay, cool. Apart from London, I feel like it could be Manchester,
Which
But
club was that, or was it
Manchester,
a
I've had a
festival?
lot of good nights at. What is the club? We done thingy. It was after a show. But I've had many a good night in Manchester. Big shout to DJ Stevo, who's taken me from club to club. One night I was in Manchester, we did 5 clubs. It was like mad. It's sick as a place.
Manchester scene's good. Like I've been there before clubbing. It's a good scene.
Cardiff is sick. Cardiff. I've DJ'd in Cardiff bare times. So big shout to them, man. Like Bibbs, Urban Fusion, DJ Blighty. Them man, like Blighty rinsed thingy, man. Mixcloud. So that's sick. And of course, Edinburgh's sick. Favorite concert? Oh, that I've DJ'd or hosted that. Ah, man. Listen, the A Boogie with a Hoodie tour was sick.
That must have been
in Manchester. I mean, Brixton Academy was mental as well, though.
Yeah.
That was mental. Even though I almost fell over on stage, that was mental.
That's why it's mental.
that was like 3 days in, a bottle of Hennessy every day.
Yeah.
Like that was a mental thing. But probably the Manchester A Boogie with a Hoodie, that was a mad show. Absolutely sick.
Was it just like his set was like proper and like the whole setup of everything, or was it just like the crowd? What was it?
No, the crowd was super lit. Like I was on for like a couple hours
Yeah.
before him and his DJ. Like just wild. Great. Again, I'm an energy guy in case you haven't
Mm.
worked out yet. Great energy, man. Great energy. You know what I'm
What's
saying?
your most played song you'd play on like let's say with Boxpark?
A favorite song.
Most played, most played.
Um oh, I don't know, you know. You know what? Hey, big
Mr.
shout to
Players
Joel,
or
yeah?
yeah.
Cheeky Sport Joel. Bruv, I did not broadcast you. I was saying earlier, I've been guilty of sending the bear broadcast, innit? I sent him a message saying, like, I'm gonna be on this with DJ Chris. But I sent it to you, Joel. Don't try it, bruv. Don't
Who's your favorite member of Cheeky's?
easy. It's Joel, innit? Yeah, what was I saying before that, sorry?
Like with the festival.
Yeah, what?
Oh,
What's
sorry.
that?
Most played song,
Favorite
most played
song?
song. Yeah, yeah.
Bruv, I tell you what song that I love, yeah, is Fetty Wap with the Remy Boys, yeah,
Mhm.
679. Because see that tune right there? I
That's a
make a
throw.
point of doing it, yeah.
That's a throwback tune there.
I hear that. I hear that.
Yeah.
But guess what? You can play that song from start to finish,
Hmm.
and you can play it almost anywhere. I'm gonna say in the world. I haven't DJed as many places as say Mr. Play, for example, but I doubt very much I will dispute that song, bro. I can play it in Manchester. I think
Hmm.
Rusty was saying like, "Oh, does Sarah from Scunthorpe know it?" Yes,
Yeah.
Sarah from Scunthorpe knows it, and she's gonna sing along every word. And the man them in the ends, I can play it in Croydon, I can play it in Brixton, I can play it anywhere, and people
They'll
love
know.
that song, man. And the song's got a great vibe.
Do you
So that's
think that
that's probably one of my
year? Do
favorite
you
songs.
think okay? Well, 2014 year was like the best era for music, like in the millennium. Because
I
we are having
can't
this
even answer that.
discussion
I've
because
got
like
no
2014,
clue.
you had Fetty Wap, Trap Queen, you had um, Bobby Shmurda, you had all of these artists coming through in 2014, right? All of these songs you got
Yeah,
Chris Brown, Show Me, Loyal, all of them lot. So like
the,
those
the
that
mustard
year was
scene.
your mustard scene, literally.
Mustard scene was good. I hosted Fetty Wap's concert actually as well. That was sick. And I toured with Fecky. We done that tour as well
Yeah.
with Fetty. And that was like there's everything about Fetty was sick, but as an as an era for music, I don't know if I can say if it was the best. I had a bit of a reservation at first with some of these mustard tunes because I loved the originals. So
Mm.
sometimes when you love the original of a tune, you don't always want to hear it remixed, and you might not love the remix. But we had some good tunes in 2014. But
Definitely.
music's coming out so fast, left, right, and center. I can barely even keep up.
Who you kind of looking at in the music industry right now? Like, who's your artist that you're kind of mostly playing? Who do you think is breaking
Mostly
through?
playing. I tell you who stood out for me last year. Hosting Reading Festival. See, Dig That, yeah. Dig That stood out to me. And obviously before that, I knew music, whatever. But seeing him, for me, like, is there a star quality? Is there something like that that I feel like Dig That's got? I saw star quality in him. D
Yeah.
Block Europe, I think are absolutely cold. I love them. Like they do what they do. Ads on the track, sick. And I said this from a couple of years ago,
Their work rate
maybe a
is
year
yeah,
ago.
their work rate is crazy. Like dropping
Yeah,
bangers
like
left,
they're
right, and
not sick.
center everywhere.
Yeah, them not sick,
I
man.
was I was doing Reading. Like, how do you find that? Were you nervous about that, or was it kind of
Nah,
just like natural to you that you just
I was
got up there?
excited. I tell you when I was nervous, my first time ever doing a concert, which was like going back. I remember again, I was rolling with Mr. Play and he put me on
Yeah.
stage. It was a Jodeci concert. I think it was Valentine's Day, however many years ago, at the Shepherd's Bush Empire. And it was mad. That there I was nervous. And I always get a
Mm.
bit of a nervous feel before I go on stage. But to do Reading Festival, I'd done Reading. I did Reading 3 years before that. Maybe not actually the year right before that, but I did Reading the 3 years. But I did it with Fecky as a tour
Okay.
DJ. So it was exciting for me. I'd had that crowd, I'd had that tent, I'd been there. But what it was more exciting for me because I got to go back there in my own right. I was going there for me, as opposed to going there as a tour, as an artist tour
Have you
DJ.
wanted to DJ at that?
At what? At Reading?
Like yeah, like do a full on set, like proper.
Yeah, I did. Like at the obviously I hosted it and whatever.
Yeah.
But I did like I had a set. I think on 2 of the days I had like
Okay.
an hour that was just like specifically for me. But I got more than an hour in like
Yeah, of
different
course.
points that I got time to do what I wanted to do. And it's sick because at that point, instead of just having a time like you can build the crowd up and bang, next next artist is on at such and such a time. And it's challenging as well because get me, you can have a rapper on at this point and you might have like a singer, you might have Danny Lee on another point. So what am I gonna play before Danny Lee? That's going to create the right energy and the right vibe. And then I've got St. John or I've got D Block Europe or Dig That or whoever it is I had, because I had all of them. I had the baby, all them kind of people. So would you play before them? So it's creating the right energy like before them acts come on.
How do you kind of deal with that? Like, you got all these famous artists around you. You just gotta stay humble and like, like, hi, nice to meet you. I'm Jay, blah blah blah. Or do you
Bro,
kind of
if
like
I'm
a bit
gassed by
inside
their
you where
music, I told them I'm gassed. Why you gassed me, Rago, tell them, man. Tell them. Nah, it's cool. Like I've been privileged enough to interview a lot of these artists.
Yeah.
Now, so I've a lot of them when they come, I've already had some kind of interaction with them. Like they've been on the radio or whatever. You get me? But yeah, them kind of moments are epic still.
Yeah. Where would you like to DJ that you haven't already?
Probably other countries. I'd like to do. Where's the festival that
What?
where is it?
Croatia
Marbella.
or
I'd probably
Marbella?
like to do Marbella.
Marbella, yeah.
Yeah. Croatia. I like to do some other countries. Like I've been very UK centric. I like to do some other countries, and I never DJ. I've always missed Plymouth or Exeter down there where Jonesy's from. I've always missed it for one reason or another. So I want to DJ down there as well. I've never been.
I think Marbella is one for me as well. Like that scene, it's a big exposure there as well.
Yeah, Marbella seems like it goes off still. Yeah,
any female DJs like you're kind of looking up to as well, like they're breaking through.
I think Soraya's working hard. I think she's doing what she needs to do. There's female DJs. Like now I've trained my head not to think female DJs, so I just think DJs, innit?
Yeah.
I think Nadia J and Fiona Hall are like other residents at Boxpark as well.
Yeah.
I think they're good. Fiona Hall's sick with the old school R&B. Nadia J, like she's a champion of R&B, like on radio and that. But she's good, like all round. I think those are the people like more. I just kind of look in my circle a little bit.
Yeah.
You get me? And Whitley Rushia is in Manchester. She caught my eye as well. I feel like she's doing a few bits and pieces.
Mm-hmm. So what's your take? I'm gonna ask you this. What's your take on reality TV stars and I don't know, people with let's say 300k followers, 400k followers jumping onto the bandwagon about DJing? Yeah.
You know what? Yeah, I respect it because sometimes if you've come out of a reality TV show and you're trying to monetize your following, like I respect it, innit? You're trying to get me.
But let's say you like they're taking up other DJs lineups, right? So let's say you could have got this booking, but let's say I don't know, some person off Love Island has taken it. Like, you respect that, or
like the thing is, they're never gonna take my slot, so they might get booked instead of every other DJ, or whatever. But it's down to the promoter, really. If a promoter knows the person ain't really a DJ, or ain't really a DJ, then you're still gonna need a J Knox to come in after or before and rock the party, because what are they going to do? Play big tunes for half an hour, whatever? Clubs open from 10 till 5 a.m. Like, what are you going to do the rest of the hours? Like, you're going to need, man, innit? Like, I think Martin said something that was so on point. He was like, you know what? If they got the numbers and they're putting people in your club, don't even complain. You're gonna smash it before and after them.
Definitely.
The problem I got more is with the promoters that book them. Now, if you book somebody like that for a 2-hour set, who ain't really
But
a
2 hours is
DJ,
long, man. Like 2 hours set.
well, that's
And
what I'm
if they're
saying.
just playing bangers, like it's gonna get boring afterwards. You know what I mean?
Right. So it comes down to the promoter. But like back in the day, I don't think they do it so much. Like promoters used to book walkthroughs, innit? So you used
Yeah,
to
yeah.
like you could book
PA
someone.
sessions and stuff.
Yes, you might just say, oh yeah, such and such from Love Island is gonna be there, or he's hosting the night, or whatever, or she's coming down or invited, whatever. Like now they say he's DJing, cool, whatever. But it comes down to the promoter. If the promoter is like on some tip of, yeah, they're doing the night, and you know it's not a proper DJ, then that can't be a proper promoter, innit?
Hmm.
But I think a
So,
proper promoter will use what they need to use.
so everyone kind of sees Jay Knox, you know, DJ for Crystal Palace and everything. So how did you get with that? How did you start with Crystal
Yeah.
Palace?
Um, I was obviously I'm a fan. I'm a Crystal Palace fan, bro. I'm a fan. And if I'm honest, David, Champagne Dave from Boxpark, he made the link. He
Okay.
made the link. Like everything I've done, bro, it's it's connected through people. It's all people that have
Networking and
made
getting to
things
know
happen,
people.
bro. Yeah, man. Champagne Dave made the connection. And it was like I wasn't even meant to DJ for them. It just kind of happened where there was an opportunity there. And do you know how much I got paid when they first needed me to DJ for them?
How much?
Nothing. Like there was like it wasn't. I wasn't in the plans. And at that point, I could have said, "Do you know what? What? Like big team like that? What? No money?
Yeah.
Shut up, man! You're not taking liberties, in it." Because a part of me thought that, and I was just like, no, I'll do it for the love. And obviously, I'm a relationships guy and an energy guy. They seemed like everyone was cool people. David vouched for them. I was like, cool, I'm gonna go do it. I went, did it, loved them, got on with them. Next thing you know, I'm the official DJ for a Premiership football team. And
Yeah.
then like, obviously, I earn now. Like it's cool, it's calm. Like, there's no drama. What great people and what a great team! Come on.
See, I'm not a football person, so like
Are you
I'm
not?
really not. No, I'm really not into football at all.
Shout to Andy P. Yeah, Andy P. did one of like Andy P. This is how I know he's my friend. Like I got stuck in Barcelona one time.
Yeah.
I was meant to be back for a game, and I begged Andy to cover for me, and on a Palace gig, and he came as a Tottenham fan. He came and he DJ'd at Palace for me, hyped it, did a bad boy job. And then after that, he went back and spoke to Tottenham and said, "Nah, man, Palace have got a DJ. What are you lot doing?" Now he's the DJ for Tottenham. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Bad boy.
Stuff
Bad
like that
boy.
happens, man. Like you gave him an opportunity there to go, you know.
But that took a lot, though. That took a lot. I don't know if I
Yeah.
could DJ at the Tottenham ground.
So for you, have you had any like embarrassing moments during your set or anything like that?
Bruv, anytime something goes wrong is an embarrassing moment. Like, anytime for me, it's usually a technical thing. Get me? Or if you play the wrong song, like a song
Yeah.
that doesn't go down. They're all embarrassing moments, innit? They're moments that make you, innit? They're moments. When I played a song that didn't go down, I was like, oops. Like, you get me? I should have seen that one. So I just try and learn from it. We ain't perfect. I think I'm a sick DJ, sick selector. But I've made bare mistakes, bro. One time I
Yeah.
got something thrown at me in Luton. I'll never forget that day.
What happened?
Never
What
forget the
happened?
day. I played the wrong, like, it was a bashment set. I think this is early days DJing. And it was like I got someone through a thingy, through, I don't know what they threw. And I played Alison Hines, Roll with, brother, I'm so scared of that song now. You
The
get
proper
me? So
yardies, bro.
scared.
Proper yardie waves, man.
Scared of that song. Scared of that song, bro. But yeah, I learned my lesson, man.
Yeah.
Learned my lesson. But that was embarrassing. But if the sound goes down, it ain't your fault. I've seen some DJs. What are you supposed to do? Like I hear you, but it's still embarrassing.
Yeah,
Like because
definitely.
nobody gives a damn about whether it was a power cut or the set went this or the whatever went that. Like it's a friggin' get me. It's just Get me? Embarrassment's embarrassment. You need. There you go. Look, see the man them are here. You need a Mr. Play. You need a big man zest on the mic who are just gonna just carry it. Then
Yeah.
nobody knows that nobody knows there's an issue.
Luton, my hometown.
Yeah. All right. Big shout to Gurge. So Gurge, see that guy right there?
Yeah.
He's the connect. How I hosted the One Extra stage at Reading Festival, and they've booked me again for this year. I don't know if it's gonna happen or not.
Yeah. What's your take on that? You think it's gonna happen? You think like wireless is done? So
Love Gurge, by the way, always. Boy, who knows, bro? Like they've cancelled Carnival. Chances of them allowing 105,000 people to Reading and Leeds is very, very slim. I just look
yeah,
forward to next year and pray they book me for that.
definitely.
Really and truly.
They probably will. I
Yeah,
mean, if you got content, definitely will. Like
yeah, man.
any
That's
artists, any like up and coming artists you know of, or who you're kind of looking at and going, yeah, they're gonna take off.
like Alana Maria, R&B song. She's just dropped a tune called Happier. Like tune's wild. Sick sample from Omar. That's gonna do well. Um, who else? Who else is in my inbox? But my inbox is so jammed. I look at it and it's just loud. It's just like there's so many. There's
Yeah.
so many, but obviously she's caught my eye. So yeah, um, definitely her. I describe her as up and coming.
K goes, I taught Knox everything he knows.
Yeah, bro. Bro. You joined too late. I was saying I don't know nothing. It's crazy. I said I don't know nothing, bro. I can't scratch, cut, all of that stuff that you lot do. Yeah, can't do none
Like
of that.
you leave it to him. You leave it to them lot.
Yeah, that's a DJ K thing, man. Like them man could like he obviously J Knox and friends. That's what he brings.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, he's a G when it comes to all that. Playing you
I
some
wanna
sick
I'm gonna come through, man. Like I wanna
energy.
see him live as well. I wanna see K live. I
Yeah,
haven't seen
man,
him live.
he's sick. Hey, Zest is it. I'd love Zest to come to J Knox and friends and just take the mic and do what he does.
Just
Because
take it
it
on.
used to be for a while. It was J Knox and Zest. Like we toured and we done stuff, and that was
Yeah.
sick. And that was a time I hold precious in my heart, like that off the back of UK Funky, because Zest had a big UK Funky tune that done the rounds, and we toured with it. Like you was talking about tour DJs and stuff. Well, before I knew I was a tour DJ, I was tour DJing. You know what I'm saying? We were doing stuff that we didn't, but it didn't have a label them times, bro. There weren't no
Yeah.
one from the UK doing. Like it was all American artists. You didn't have the amount of UK artists that we've got on the lineup at a festival right now.
Mm.
Like there weren't even bare festivals. Like
It was all
that's how
yeah.
it was different. It was
It's all
clubs.
changed. It's all changed.
There was bare clubs like going on, and there ain't nearly as many clubs going on. And artists would tour and do clubs and stuff, and we done all of that from London to Cardiff to Edinburgh to Birmingham, like whatever.
Yeah.
Mark Ryder was in it earlier, like like we went all these places performing that our tunes, the tunes that come out of the thing. I'm a DJ, but I'm a tour DJ, but we're club DJs as well. So it's the energy and being able to rock
Definitely.
the
Yeah.
crowd and get me.
So just to finish up, I'm gonna take a little toilet break in between the next one. But just to finish up, like where do you see yourself in the next kind of 5 years? What's the plan for you? What do you want to achieve?
Boy, probably do more concerts and stuff. Like doing that a boogie with a hoodie. That was a sick tour. Like being on that, I enjoyed that. So
You must have
then
learned a
I did
lot about like the tour side of things as well.
like I knew a few bits because I'd done like I said Kid
Yeah.
Ink and Fecky and all of that stuff. But it just felt different. I enjoyed it. Like it was cool. And then I came back. I done like Dino's show and stuff like that. Like, I've been doing all them kind of things. So I think this year I'll go for some more concerts. I think we're gonna go and we're gonna rock some big shows like that.
Yeah, yeah.
And apart from that, don't know. Maybe more radio. Maybe stay doing radio. Like I think doing artist interviews and stuff like that is sick. Like you get me when you can vibe with artists nicely and stuff. I think that's a thing. So probably do maybe not. I don't think I'll be doing breakfast show for the next 5 years. Absolutely not. But yeah, and then just stay doing the stuff what I'm doing with some cool people. Like this last year I've been privileged to work with like Puma. Like done some sick stuff with Puma, so hopefully do some more stuff with them. Do some more stuff with Boxpark. Obviously done some sick stuff with them
Yeah.
so far. Want to do even more and even bigger stuff. And just stick with some like key people.
I think you wanna. I wanna see. Yeah, you know when they open it up for like those big events, like.
Yeah.
I want you to do that for your J-Knox and friends. That's what I want you to do. Like,
thing is, J-Knox and friends ain't about that. J-Knox and friends is an intimate thing. That's like sometimes you've got to keep it what it is. It's a Thursday night. It's an intimate thing. It's a thing I want to bring people together. My old friends, people like Zest. You said I ain't called him. People like him.
You're gonna go call him after this,
bro,
that's a big...
bro. People like that. Like that's what J-Knox and friends is about. It's an intimate thing. I don't think it's ever gonna do that big thing. But doing what I do, it's a vibe. Hosting the hottest hip hop party in the UK. That's got to do it.
Yeah, definitely.
That's got to open up Boxpark and do 2,000 people.
Yeah.
So keep your eye out for that. You know
Yeah, definitely. But bro, I really appreciate you doing this. Like, I appreciate you,
cool, man.
like taking your time out and doing this. And yeah, like Jay is one genuine guy. Like literally, yeah. Like two and a half, 3 years ago, I was DJing in Luna. And like you came through, I remember this one, and like you came through to the booth, and you were like, "Bro, I rate your set. Like, it was good." And like that was 2 years ago. Like I've improved massively from that, but like I appreciate, that's literally how I got to know you.
Yeah, bro, I remember that. And you was shutting down still. You was doing a lot because I'll go in and listen and watch a lot of sets and DJs. Everywhere I go, I'm like studying, I'm watching.
Yeah.
But then I don't often say that. Bro, let's do something. So now you're gonna be on the next. So you're gonna be on the next J-Knox and Friends.
Yeah.
J-Knox and Friends of 10 years ago edition, please. Zest is gonna be on the next J-Knox and Friends.
K's gonna be on there.
K is definitely.
See, K's gonna be teaching me that whole night. He's just gonna be like, watch and learn.
Hey, Zest, K, we're gonna take it back to. It's gonna be like cameos. Get me, Margaret Street. That's what
Mr. Play's
we're
gotta get on there.
back.
I want to see Mr. Play on there.
Yeah, bro. You know what? The first you're making me do something now. The
Okay,
first J-Knox and Friends back, yeah, is gotta be this. That's what this has got to be.
Cool.
You've just engineered that. So yeah, that's what we're gonna do.
Man.
But no, big up yourself, bro. You're repping Croydon nicely, bruv. So yeah, big up and keep doing what you're doing, man.
Thank you, bro. Appreciate it. And I appreciate everyone joining. So I'm gonna take a little break and then come back in like 3 minutes.
Do what you're doing. Hey, love. Bless up,
love, bro. Thank you for everyone listening. I'm back in like 3 minutes.
Peace.
Cool. Thank you, bro.